Hi everyone, it's Nicole and welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing with you an insert in, or a spread in my February Traveler's Notebook insert. I am using the February Cocoa Daisy kit, and I am going to walk through and start with how I'm setting it up for the month basically. I'm going in, pulling the staples, removing the cover, cutting it in half, and then pulling out the papers that I'm going to use for my layout today. I do cut these all down, but I don't cut all of the sheets down this month. Last month I did that, and I feel like that January was a very heavy month photo-wise for me. I did end up using all of them, and I actually think I might have even added more to it. But February, moving forward, I didn't think that I was going to make that decision in the very beginning. I think I'm going to just punch them as I go, just in case I don't use them. Then I can hang on to them for pattern papers or whatnot later on down the road. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp on the cover here, February 2023. The Ellie Studio stamp set that you saw there is my go-to, has been my go-to for probably a year and a half. I love this date stamp. It's large, it's bold, and I love the font of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my February TN in the back of my January disc bound TN. I think there's going to be enough room here, even after January being a larger month, to fit my February in with it. I'm hoping with February being a smaller month that it kind of can compensate for everything going on. So today I am scrapping this photo of my dog who is laying on my son's back. These two are partners in crime, and this month Cocoa Daisy had the perfect card and embellishments to scrapbook this photo of the two of them. So I am going to actually take this little bit larger photo and I'm going to spread it over both pages to create my layout. This layout is jinxed. I think that I had 3 or 4 fails, and I had honestly contemplated not even uploading this one for a process. I had just debated of canning the whole thing, but I thought, you know what? No, it's good. I like the way that it turned out in the end anyways, even after having like multiple goofs. So I just went with it, and yeah. So the card that has the 3x4 card that had the word love, I loved how that font was, and I wanted to use that for my large title, so I fussy cut it out and put it on the bottom right of my right page. And then I wanted something on the top left. And I had pulled out a couple cards, wasn't sure which one I was going to do, but I saw that yellow one that said Happy Little Moments, and I thought that was perfect, and then paired it with the Partner in Crime card and just trimmed that out. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my photo down, get it here down. I did not measure this at all. I am a lazy scrapbooker. I don't do a whole lot of measuring. I eyeball and wing a lot of it. But I did trim that down and put it over both pages. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere the word love down on the bottom right hand side. I did get it down once, and then I shifted everything because the L got a little too close to the disc bound punch. So I moved that over so that it wouldn't interfere with any of the page turning later on down the road. So once I get all of that down, I'm going to go ahead and start to layer this top left piece. I do adhere this down at first, but I will come back in later on and trim that down a little bit, part of it because I wanted to, part of it because I didn't have a choice because of a goof. But I do decide to trim out the arrow of that Partners in Crime, and I love how that looks. So I do stick that up there, and then I start to really look at like my stamps and what stash I have, and I thought, oh, there was this really cute stamp. It was this half circle. I think it said, "Did you see this?" or "Remember this?" with a question mark, and I thought that was perfect, so I loved it and I put it there. And when I started doing things, I ended up smudging that ink. I'm trying this new ink from Altenew. It's the Obsidian pigment ink, and I should know better with pigment inks that pigments take a little bit of time to dry, and I did not let that happen with this one. I do continue stamping though, and I use that large February word that was on the stamp set and put it over top of the word love, and I just love the touch that that added to that bottom title. So I do pull out some of the sticker pieces and try to find where I can add some of those in. I'm mostly focusing on the hearts, since that is what is the pattern paper. I do find a word strip though that says, I think that one says Another Winter's Day, but as I flip through, yeah, I switch it to that one. And that one actually says The Best of Friends. So I thought that was a perfect compliment to what the picture was, what the story was, and I decided to change it to that in the end. So I do find this red banner. I like how that looks on there, but in order to make everything feel a little more cohesive, this is where I pulled off the yellow card and did my first goof, which was the smudge of the ink. But I did this because I wanted to fishtail this and make this a banner to make it match that red piece, so that everything looked like it was a little more matchy-matchy. So before I put this back down, I really didn't like the smudge, so I decided to chop it off. All else fails, just chop it off. But when I do that, I realize that I put another fingerprint on the bottom left tail of the banner, and I was strike two. At that point though, I just let it go, and I thought, you know what, we're just going to cover it with an embellishment, because I really wanted to use this card and I just wanted to get it done at this point because I was starting to get frustrated. But my frustration actually just snowballs after this one, because I had a couple more fails. But I find this red sticker, it says fills my heart with love, and I thought that was perfect to put up on top of there. And then I added back in my Partners in Crime piece that I fussy cut, and then I started to actually stick some things down. I put that banner there that says One Moment in Time, and then I go through and fuss around with the hearts for a little bit. I had all of the stickered embellishments that came with it out at first. And then the more I started playing with it on those rub-ons, there was some really pretty watercolored rub-on hearts. So I decided to use a little bit of both. But I had to walk away because I wasn't sure how to use it. And then I saw that sticker on the subscriber printable sheet and thought that that would look good to back that Best Friends sticker to help it pop off my page a little bit more. So I went ahead and did that. So this is where I'm going to start actually putting down the rest of the hearts. I do put the black one there on the bottom of that banner. I add in a red rub-on, and then I continue to add some more rub-ons in yellow and teal down on the bottom. I try to vary it a little bit from the bigger ones to some smaller ones, and then I try to bring in, you know, just nothing perfect. Like, I didn't want the perfect placement of the hearts, but then I wanted some of them to overlap to make it look like that they were more intentional. So I just added a little bits of those around the page where I thought that they would fit, and then I added a few in up at the top as well. To kind of finish the spread off, I added in, there's a lot of these really pretty heart enamel stickers, and they are glittery and they're so pretty. I used a couple of those around my page, and then that actually is going to wrap up this spread. I do not do any journaling. For me, the Partners in Crime and the Best of Friends stickers embellishments told the story, and that was enough for my story. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. I hope you have been inspired. There's another close-up of another goof. I had a mispunch at the very end of this, but that's okay. I worked through it and I fixed it, and it's all good. If you are new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. Please hit that subscribe button and hit the like. And again, you guys, thanks everyone so much for stopping by, and have a good day.